Alright, magandang gabi po sa inyo lahat mga kabayan. This is Jerry Domingo, Finance Manager, part ng Philcan Car, a division of Sherwood Park Mazda, based here sa Sherwood Park, Alberta, owner ng Pinoy Car Loans Canada on Facebook. So tonight, I was actually supposed to be on my way to Estevan, Saskatchewan, pero nagkaroon tayo ng slight hiccup, pero we're still gonna be on our way. So I'm gonna share that on Facebook Live mamaya when I hit the road, mga madaling araw. But anyways, I wanted to do a video for you guys tonight kasi I've been noticing this vehicle sa lote namin for a few days na. And I've always kind of been curious to see this vehicle up front in person. No? Like I've heard a lot of good things about this, I've heard a lot of bad things about this. So I kind of wanted to see what kind of makes this vehicle different. So guys, you are looking at a 2019 Honda Ridgeline Black Edition. So the Black Edition is yung top of the line trim level for the Honda brand for now, right? It was obviously touring, and then they came up with the Black Edition, which is yung one step further, one trim level higher. So now, what is it about this vehicle that's different? Right? What is it about the Honda Ridgeline that's different? Kasi personally, aminin ko sa inyo lahat, I wasn't a big fan of this vehicle at all. I wasn't a big fan of this vehicle at all. When I first saw it, it looks nice, pero, it seems that Honda has been, of course, Honda is a good brand. They make really good vehicles. Pero it seems that they've been using the same platform and kind of iniiba lang nila yung katawan ng sasakyan, but it all kind of operates the same way. Case in point, the Honda Pilot, the Honda Passport, and the Honda Ridgeline both share the same body style, no? Same chassis, and I believe the same engine as well. So what makes this quote-unquote truck different? So para po sa mga hindi nakakaalam, the Honda Ridgeline is not a traditional truck per se. A traditional truck is a body-on-frame construction. So yung katawan niya actually goes on top of the frame, kung nasaan yung gulong, yung makina and everything, right? So those two parts go together. So body on frame, yan ang original na setup ng mga truck. The Honda Ridgeline, given the fact na ang kanyang chassis, ang kanyang setup itself, ang kanyang is based on the Honda Pilot, is not a body-on-frame vehicle. Unibody po siya, so one unit, kumbaga, the name itself, Unibody, one construction, right? Yung katawan niya is connected mismo sa chassis, sa frame ng sasakyan and everything. So, what makes that stand out compared to the other trucks? This truck cannot tow as much as a regular truck. Case in point, the Ram 1500, yung mga F-150s, right? Tacoma, the Ford, I think it's called the Ranger, yung bago, yung Ford Ranger, right? Yes, it also has a V6 engine, pero the way that the vehicle is set up, it's not meant for heavy-duty towing kumpara sa mga ibang truck, right? And again, that's because of the body's construction, given the fact that it's a unibody. Yes, as I said, makakapag-tow pa rin siya. It is a V6, right? For example, obviously, the Honda Pilot can tow, the Honda Passport can tow, but do not expect the same performance out of the Honda Ridgeline in comparison sa, for example, Ram 1500, F-150, right? Gaya nga nasabi ko, Toyota Tacoma, Chevy Colorado, yung mga ganong klaseng sasakyan. So, but that one thing alone kasi, that one thing alone was the reason why I did not like this vehicle at all. Right? Kasi kumbaga, the way I look at it kasi, gumawa ka pa ng truck if it can't even do the same things that a traditional truck can do. Like, obviously you're gonna ask yourself, when is Honda gonna start making an actual real truck? Right? Until I realized, after going over this vehicle, driving it around for a little bit, this vehicle is for guys and people in general na hindi naman talaga kailangan ng truck, pero gusto lang ng truck, right? I'm sorry if I hurt, a bunch of Filipino guy egos when I say that, pero the Honda Ridgeline is for the person who wants a truck for the looks, but not for the actual purpose of the truck, which is yung panghatak, right? So if you want, and again, that realization is not a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's both a good and a bad thing, right? It's both a good and a bad thing, right? Kasi karamihan ng mga truck buyers sa ating kultura, sa ating background, are not business owners. They don't need their trucks to tow. right? Hindi tayo parang yung mga puti na when they buy trucks, right? They actually use it sa rigs. They actually take it off-road. They use it for what the truck is meant to do. For business, for work, you know. Pag Pilipino ang bibili ng truck, and again, I'm not trying to offend anybody. Pag Pilipino ang bibili ng truck, most of the time it's because they want to look cool. They want to look cool. They want to look na meron silang galanting sasakyan. And, you know, face it, a lot of guys want a truck for the looks, right? Not necessarily yung purpose niya. So if you're one of those guys, the Honda Ridgeline is actually a perfect vehicle for you. You have no idea how to use a truck. You have no need for a truck. Wala kang ito-tow. Hindi mo siya kailangan sa rig. Hindi mo siya kailangan sa field. Hindi mo siya kailangan sa negosyo. But you want the looks. You want yung astig na itsura ng truck, right? You know, it reinforces your manliness sa truck. Then the Honda Ridgeline is the kind of vehicle for you, right? Especially yung mga tao na meron ng mga pamilya, yung mga anak na, and yet gusto pa rin daw ng truck. For what? Kasi bibili ng gamit or maglilipat ng gamit or pupunta sa IKEA, bibili ng gamit. Rent a U-Haul. Rent a truck. You don't need to buy a truck. But if you do want to buy a truck, instead of going for Tacoma, right, or Silverado or a Ram 1500, right, and wala ka naman talagang purpose na wala kang hahatakin, wala kang mabigat na kakargahin, right? Kung the most na ilalagay mo na sa likod is sofa, TV, pag naglipat kayo ng bahay, o kung sa side business ka na moving, then this is a great truck for you to buy, right? This is a great truck for you to buy. The fact that this vehicle itself, guys, is built on the pilot platform, ibig sabihin, and I drove this myself earlier, napaka-smooth niya sa daan compared to a regular truck. And the reason is, yung kanyang drivetrain is not a full-time 4x4 like all the trucks, right? The Honda Ridgeline runs on a same platform as the Pilot, where you're driving it, it's front-wheel drive. It's predominantly front-wheel drive, tapos pag na-detect na ng slippage or kailangan mo ng traction, then it sends power sa rear wheels niya. So, yun ang yun ang kaibahan niya sa mga truck, where most trucks are actually 4x4, and then you can control yung traction, yung torque, and all that stuff. You cannot do that with the Honda Ridgeline. The one thing you have to remember is, this is pretty much a Honda Pilot na wala lang 7-seater, meron lang siyang bed. And you guys know what this vehicle reminds me of? Yung Ford Explorer Sport Track, where the vehicle was a Ford Explorer, pero instead of the SUV body, meron siyang maliit na bed sa likod. And for a lot of us, myself included, right, I like that vehicle. It had the enough utility for me, right? Nalagay ka ng mga bisikleta ng mga bata, mga pang-camping, kasya dito. Hindi mo kailangan kumuha ng full-size truck. So as I said, the fact na it's not a real truck per se, right, in the whole meaning of the word truck, doesn't mean wala siyang purpose. And na-realize ko siya kanina when I was going over the vehicle and I was driving it, right? Na-realize ko, this is the kind of truck that people with families who have no real reason to own a truck in the first place, kasi wala naman silang hahatakin, this is the kind of truck you should buy, right? Kasi look at this. This is one thing I really found really cool on the Honda Pilot. Honda Pilot. See, they look so similar. Tinawag ko na siyang Honda Pilot. The Honda Ridgeline. So the bed can go open up like this, right? So just enough space, hindi mo kailangan ng malaking bed, right? As I said, bisikleta ng mga bata, pang-camping, groceries, bumili ka ng gamit sa IKEA, whatever, kasya dito, right? You have that option, and a really cool option then is it opens sideways. So that to me, as a family man being with 3 kids, right? The utility is really good. You can open it. You can open it the traditional way ng truck, or you can do it sideways like this. And another cool feature na meron to, you can lock this. By the way, it has extra storage sa loob. Ayun yung kanyang spare tire, makes it a lot easier compared to the other vehicles na yung spare tire nasa ilalim. The spare tire for this vehicle is actually here, and at the same time, you do get all this nice storage space. So it really puts the word utility when it comes to sport utility vehicle, but on a truck body. Put that down there, right? And kaya nga nasabi ko kanina, this vehicle can tow, but don't expect it to tow the same amount like a V8 engine would or a turbo V6, right? So it does have a towing package there, right? Towing package installed na yan. So as you guys can see, right, for all the other trucks to make it on the road, it doesn't say all-wheel drive. Only this one. Every other truck is 4x4 or rear-wheel drive, right? That's the way that traditionally trucks are set up. So going back sa aking point, na this is a great vehicle for somebody who only wants the truck for its looks. Tingnan mo yung rims niya. Nice powder-coated black, right? Built-in running boards. Great if you have kids to get in and out of the vehicle, right? And yung seating room. This actually, if you guys are debating between the Tacoma and the Honda Ridgeline, meron ka mga anak, legroom, panalo ang Honda Ridgeline. Unlock ko lang. Nasa akin yung susi. Oops. Yan. Legroom wise, without all this junk here, and kung hindi naka-pushback masyado yung seats, you have so much more room here for adults, for kids, for a dog compared to Toyota Tacoma. And it is a more comfortable ride kung may pamilya ka dahil yung kanyang platform ay hindi 4x4, hindi siya body on frame, mas smooth ito sa daan. I have driven it, I felt it for myself. It is not the traditional truck feel, right? If you want the traditional truck feel, pero ayaw mo ng truck, go buy a Toyota 4Runner, right? But this one here has the utility ng truck with the bed, nice SUV space here for kids or other adults, right? And of course, yung modern amenities natin, right? Heated seats, right? Meron sila dito, leather, perforated leather, may butas-butas siya, right? And of course, yung loob niya. So, you get the power driver seat, right? You get a nice little red stitching. Of course, guys, I'm going over the black edition, so ito yung top of the line trim level. Don't expect the same creature comforts in the base model one. We're looking at the top of the line one. So I just wanted to go over this with you guys, right? So, you go in, push button start siya. You get some nice space here for your middle console, which you don't normally get pag may truck ka. If you have like the Ram, for example, then yeah, malaki yung space mo dito. But other trucks like a Tacoma or a Silverado, Colorado pala, right? You don't get this much space. And it's nice, right? May charging port, right? Power outlet. Meron din dito, power outlet din, right? You get the heated seats and the cooling seats, right? For both driver and passenger. You have navigation, right, on a nice big screen, right? You have a nice sunroof, digital speedometer. Of course, something I always talk about, guys, is how futuristic and user-friendly yung Honda dashboard when it comes to looking at your turn signals, your speed, and all that stuff, right? That's one thing I like about the Honda vehicles per se, right? So, for a truck, you don't normally see this. There's an Econ button, which is nasa standard sa mga Honda vehicles, just like the Eco mode for Toyota, right? You have all these other nice features. You got parking sensors, lane departure warning, right? Cargo lights there. Yung kanyang I think this is the rear traffic collision alert system. I'm not sure yung official name niya. Honda has their own names for stuff, right? Of course, fully loaded steering wheel here with options. Heated steering wheel din siya, right? Now, I want to see if it has the other Honda feature na sets it apart. Okay. So it has the backup camera. I'm trying to see kung meron siya yung side camera eh. I always find that entertaining kasi I don't see the button where it normally goes. So normally andito yun eh. Right? So, safety features and everything, it has it, right? Comfort, it has it, right? I'm gonna move the seat back a bit. Dual zone climate control, of course. Touchscreen for the controls, navigation, truck bed audio. See? Truck bed audio. There is a sound system sa loob ng truck bed. I don't even know how to explain that. There's a sound system sa truck bed. Tailgate party, camping, you know, any outdoor event, put your music up, use yung audio system ng truck bed mo. You know, you don't find that on traditional trucks like the Ram and the Tacoma and all the ones I mentioned earlier, right? Because the Honda Ridgeline is not a traditional truck. Glove box and all that stuff, everything's there. So guys, I want to show you the headlights too. It looks really cool. So you got the nice LED daytime running lights. Of course, you get the headlights and very nice headlights, fog lamps. So all this whole aspect here, traditional truck. And of course, as I said, black edition. Pero, just as Kuya Romeo earlier in the comments said, if you look at it from afar, at a distance like this, hindi mo alam na truck. This thing looks like a Honda Pilot because it is a Honda Pilot on a truck design na may bed lang. So definitely guys, sa mga nanonood nito ngayon, mga tatay, mga naghahanap ng truck, right? This is a great option to consider kung kayo ay naghahanap lang ng truck for the looks and for the basic utility ng isang bed. If you want something with power, torque, major off-road capabilities, V8 engine, you're not gonna find it sa Honda Ridgeline. If you're looking for something na unibody, then yes, this one here. Something smooth on the road, yes, the Honda Ridgeline is very smooth on the road, right? It does not drive like a traditional truck. Very, very smooth, very comfortable. Kung may mga anak ka, may mga pasahero ka palagi, this is a great truck for you guys to consider as long as yung purpose ninyo is buying a truck not for towing, not for the rigs, not for the oil field, not for, you know, anything that requires heavy towing and stuff like that, right? Hindi mo siya i-off-road, right? Para sa mga lalaki na naghahanap lang ng truck, pang forma, this is a great truck for you to consider, right? Well, so let's get that established. This is not a real traditional truck per se. Unibody po siya, right? All in one piece yung construction niya. Jojo Vinessa engine is a V6. As I said, same platform as the Honda Pilot and the Honda Passport. It is a V6 engine. It does not have a V8 option, I believe. I believe this is a V6 engine. So, again, it can tow. It can tow, but don't expect it to tow the exact same capacity as a V8. Do not expect the Honda Ridgeline to do a lot of the things that the Ram 1500 can do or the Toyota Tacoma can do because they are not the same. This vehicle is only a truck on the outside. It's only a truck on the outside. You get the utility ng bed, right, to put your stuff, which is majority of Filipino guys, right? That's yun lang naman ang gusto talaga natin. Yung bed lang sa likuran, right? This is a combination of both. It's very smooth kasi it's a Honda Pilot platform, right? Very smooth on the road, and you get the extra utility ng truck. Just do not expect the Honda Ridgeline to perform at the same capacity as a Toyota Tacoma, Chevy Silverado, Chevy Colorado, right? Ford Ranger, right? Kasi it is not the same as those guys, right? So the simplest way to put it, you want yung comfort ng Honda Pilot, but you need yung bed, go get yourself a Honda Ridgeline, right? If you need yung forma, but have no idea what you're driving, no idea what the purpose of having a truck is, then get the Honda Ridgeline, right? If you're considering between the Toyota Tacoma and the Honda Ridgeline, I've driven both. Get the Ridgeline. Kung meron kang pamilya and you care about yung comfort ng driving nila, get the Ridgeline. If you're by yourself, may pets ka lang, or sanay ang mga anak mo, pamilya mo sa medyo rough, kasi it is rough. The Tacoma is rough pag na-drive mo siya. It is a truck, right? That's how trucks are, right? Ito, very, very smooth. Ito yung tipo ng sasakyan na, sa opinion ko lang, hindi mo siya pagsisisihan as long as you are aware of what you are buying. You're not buying an actual performance truck. You're buying a truck for the sake of the body alone na may bed. All the features ng SUV, all the smoothness of the Honda Pilot on the road, right? without the extra clunk, without the extra weight, without the extra performance ng mga typical na truck. So, I hope you guys have found this video helpful. Definitely a vehicle for you guys to consider. I know, if I could afford it, I would probably get one of this. Kasi nga, I like before yung Ford Explorer na sport truck. So this is definitely something in the same vein, something in the same regard. So definitely a good choice to consider sa mga naghahanap ng truck. Okay? So if you guys are interested in something like this vehicle, unfortunately, I believe is sold na. Just don't hesitate to message me po sa Facebook, Pinoy Car Loans Canada. Right? This is the 2019 Honda Ridgeline. Black edition, so top of the line trim level, so it is a bit more expensive compared to the other Ridgelines, but of course, you know, my job is to do my best to make it happen for you guys. So mag-message lang po kayo sa Facebook or send me a text 780-991-0019. Winston to, an all-time drive din ba sir tulad ng CRV? I believe so, yes. I believe it's a full-time all-wheel drive. I had to double check kasi when I was reading up on it earlier, most of the information that I had told me that the vehicle actually performs front-wheel drive, and then the all-wheel drive will engage based on the sensors on the vehicle. I have to double-check that, pero given the fact that it is based on the pilot, I'm gonna say that it functions more like it's a full-time front wheel, and then the rear wheels will just engage, making it all-wheel drive pag kinakailangan. But again, I'm not too sure. I have to do research on that. I have to get back to you on that one. So definitely, guys, a good truck to consider. Kung naghahanap kayo ng truck, as I said earlier, personal opinion, if you don't need the off-road performance, you don't need the towing capacity, don't buy the Tacoma, buy this instead. Your kids, your wife, your girlfriend, your family will thank you for this later because it's more comfortable and you still get the same utility. Just don't expect the performance of a real truck. Okay? So once again, guys, Jerry Domingo po ito, Finance Manager, part ng Philcan Car, a division of Sherwood Park Mazda. I hope this video was helpful. Just sharing my own professional and personal opinions on this vehicle. It is a beautiful vehicle. So let me know if interesado kayo and we'll see if we can get you something like this.